Good evening, everyone, and you are now watching another edition of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, and we are here at the GAPPS 2A State Championship game where the Calvary Christian Knights are going to be taking on Skipstone Academy. Thrift Behringer here with Richard Holdridge. Excited is an understatement for us to be able to broadcast our second state championship game in the last week. Glenwood came up just short against Lee Scott, but Calvary and Skipstone for the championship.
Thrift, exciting is an understatement for the entire season. Everything that Calvary has done under their first-year head coach, Emmanuel Brunson, region champs, and they are now hosting a GAPPS championship game, and we get to call it here, and it's got an incredible atmosphere, great fans, and a great Thanksgiving weekend as well.
You all had a great Thanksgiving, and we are nearly minutes away from the state championship game. These two teams faced off for the last regular season game for each one. The winner was going to be region champs. Skipstone was without their starting quarterback,
right,
and Calvary came up with a huge victory to become region champs this year. Skipstone is fully healthy. They expect a different result this game, but I really believe in that Calvary Christian Knights defense that has been lights out these last 4 weeks, and the reason they're 6-4 and 1 win away from winning a state championship.
Skipstone Academy out of Griffin, Georgia, 7-3 on the year. They upset the overall #1 seed Cherokee Christian last week. That's why this game is here at Calvary. And Calvary answered every call. They're 7-4 overall, but 7-1 in the GAPPS. They were able to get the rematch win over the Kings Academy after losing to them 27-3 in the regular season. They won the semifinal game last week, 23-13. And that's why they're here hosting the championship on the campus of Calvary Christian.
Cannot wait for today's call. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, it's time for some football here at Calvary. They are 4 quarters from declaring themselves state champions a second time in 4 years. We'll be right back after this. It's Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. And here come the Knights, led by first-year head coach Emmanuel Brunson, who has shown the city that not only can he coach, he can take his team from heights that we did not think they could reach this year. And, you know, at the beginning of the season, Richard, when we did our preseason show, we said 6-4, 7-3 would be a good season. They lose in the semifinals or something. They proved us wrong in week 1 when they upset defending state champion Cherokee Christian. And now, after beating Kings Academy last week, Emmanuel Brunson is about to win, or could win, his state championship game in his first season. How incredible is that, Richard?
It's absolutely incredible. Coach Brunson has made an impact not only in this Calvary Christian team, but in this community of Columbus. You know, a coach that didn't have experience coaching high school football comes in, they're buying into his program, and they're just continuing to get better every game.
All right, kickoff. Calvary's getting the ball first. I mean, Skipstone will get it in the second half. Packed house here from both sides. GAPPS, Georgia Association of Private and Parochial Schools, state championship game. And we are underway here from Calvary Christian Field. And there comes Lou Scoggins, who's got a wall in front. And there goes Lou Scoggins. He's turning it upfield. And he's still on his feet to the 50, 45, boy, he's knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line. What a return from the all-world tight tight end, Luke Scoggins.
He had that one blocker in front of him. He had nothing but space, and he gets into Skipstone territory. That's how you want to start if you're the Calvary Christian Knights on offense with the ball first.
Everybody on their feet. Now we're going to see the senior, Luke Zivak, who's done a great job managing this Calvary Christian Knights program and was one of the MVPs in last week's win over the Kings Academy. DeAndre Hurd in the backfield with them. He really likes looking for number one, so be on the lookout for Scoggins. Luke and Luke, they call the Luke brothers for a reason.
The key is the Luke Zivak, just to find Luke Scoggins in the flat.
They're going to hand it off to Hurd, and gets maybe a yard or two. So I'm talking with and hearing about this Skipstone team last time they faced, and you can see now they got a big defensive front. Steve Smith said, and Coach Brunson, that this is the biggest defensive front they've faced since Flint River, and we know what happened in that game. So that offensive line, defensive line for Calvary has got to be stout tonight. DeAndre Hurd's going to take it. He's going to bust it to the outside, and a great tackle made by number 5, Caden Polk. And that's going to set up 3rd down and long. Staying behind the chains with that defensive line is not what you want, Richard.
First 2 running plays to DeAndre Hurd. Skipstone has done a great job controlling the line of scrimmage on the first 2 plays, getting Calvary in a 3rd and long, and now Luke Zivak is going to have to throw here on 3rd down.
Zivak rolls, looking, going to throw it to the other side, and that one's almost intercepted. He was looking for Bryson Brooks. The way he rolled out to the left, but then came back to the right with a one-on-one action with Brooks, but a great job by Matthew Rambo, who almost had a pick 6 there. And Calvary, after the great field position, goes 3 and out.
Well, a good job by Skipstone defensively. Calvary's going to have to make adjustments, but now they have an opportunity to pin Skipstone back deep, and let's see the Calvary Christian defense go to work. But we've got to get this punt off and get a pin back deep. Back to return it is Thomas Gardner. And
not a great snap, but a really good punt. That is, it may have been down, but now it's touchback.
It's a touchback.
If he let it looked like it was going to bounce back maybe at the 1. So now we're going to see the guy that had 200 yards of offense last week for Skipstone, and their quarterback, who has been sensational when he does play, Mr. Miller, Ethan Miller, who has 900 yards passing but has 940 yards rushing with 15 touchdowns, and 200 of them came last week against Cherokee Christian.
He's a typical dual threat quarterback that Calvary did not see in the regular season game on November the 3rd. So they're going to end up seeing him, and let's see if they can make the adjustments.
And they're going to hand it off to the running back, and nothing going. That defensive line. Nice job and great tackle.
Carson Ward firing up that defense. He was first on the stop, and that's what you want to do. You want to get Skipstone behind the chains, get him in 2nd and long, 3rd and long situations, and that's a good way to stop the run and to force Miller to pass.
So Miller, who did not play last time these 2 teams faced. Takes the snap. Looking, gonna throw it, and over the head of number 27, Daniel James. That was close to almost maybe being intercepted, depending on that bounce, and set up 3rd down and long.
I thought it was gonna be intercepted. It was just out of the reach. Trip Meyer, good coverage on the Calvary defense. And now this is where you want to be if you're Calvary's defense. Get them in a 3rd long situation. You can hear the crowd they are loud right behind us, underneath us.
Miller takes the snap, looking, is taken off and running, still looking.
Feel the pressure.
And he's able to get away from it, but then a good tackle cleaning it up. Initially, number 57 for Calvary, Timothy Davis, was there to get the sack. Miller showing his playmaking ability, but a good job by Calvary defense cleaning it up, and that's going to set up a punting situation for Skipstone. Good job by the defensive line.
Absolutely. To get Skipstone in a 3 and out, both 3 and outs by the offensive units, and now back to receive this punt is Noah Strickland. And hopefully Calvary can get some more good field position. That's the one thing that Calvary has done all season. They're really good on special teams.
Yeah, and they play the field position game beautifully. That one is going to be returnable, and he's able to collect it and gets stopped as Noah Strickland bobbled it a little bit, but able to get a positive gain, and it's going to set up 1st down. inside Skipstone territory. So obviously you're seeing that defensive line, who is, you can see the size. They're bigger than Calvary right now. That doesn't mean they're better than them. But looking at them, you're going to expect, and we talked about bubble screens to Scoggins, getting Hurd out in the flat, maybe getting him out and where he can be a playmaker. So let's see what is going on. By the way, Carver leads Monroe 6-0, and Brookstone and Bullock just started. They are knotted at 0. We'll keep you up to date throughout the broadcast for all the teams around here that we cover on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Hand off to Hurd, and Hurd gets 5. Still pushing the ball, holding on to the ball, but a 4-yard gain, to set up 2nd and 6. Good push by that offensive line.
Well, anytime you get positive yards, you can try to get set up in a 2nd and 6, 2nd and 7 situation, and just keep doing what you're doing to get into a 3rd and short. And that's what Calvary's got to do in position.
And there goes Hurd, and Hurd was...
Oh, he almost broke that one.
1 tackle away. Nice tackle by number 18.
Yeah, number 18 had a good job on that as Noah Reed will try to. Caden Polk was actually the nearest one on there making the play, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and short. Let's see what play call Coach Brunson has for the Calvary Knights on this 3rd and 4.
One-on-one action with Scoggins on the far side. Snap. And Zivak's going to keep it. And Zivak has a couple people to miss,
a play,
but gets tackled out of bounds.
I believe this is 4-down territory for Calvary. A good tackle by Thomas Gardner. Denying the 1st down as Luke Zivak was trying to make a play with his legs.
And I'm kind of surprised that that's the option he wanted. I would have thought he maybe wanted to get it to the playmaker Scoggins. But maybe you're right. Maybe they're playing a 4-down territory, and they were playing that, and they are going to punt. So we were thinking maybe that was a 4-possession 1st down to be, 4-down 1st down.
Yeah, I think what they're doing now is just playing the field position game. Thomas Gardner is back to receive this punt. Now hopefully Calvary can get this pin back.
And that is not a great punt. And it's going to go out of bounds at the 25. And that is going to be about a 20-yard punt. But because where they punted it at the 45 of Skipstone, it's still going to be deep into Skipstone territory at the 25. 7:37 remaining here. Thurip Behringer and Richard Holdridge on the call. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Harris County's playing Jefferson right now. Carver, Monroe, Brookstone, and Bullock Central coming up here in about 30 minutes. Across the river taking on Mary Montgomery. So we'll keep you up to date on all those scores. But right now we got the GAPPS 2A State Championship right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And Ethan Miller is set to take the snap. And he's going to hand it off, and there is a blocking wall in front, and he is running for 6-7. He's still on his feet and got the 1st down. Nice job by John Moss, but even better job by that offensive line. And that's going to move the 6th and 1st down Warriors.
That's how you want to start if you're Skipstone. You just run the ball, got a good 12-yard gain by John Moss. And that's how you move the chains. It's actually the first down of the game. And so Skipstone ahead of the chains and moving the football.
Another handoff to Moss. Moss gets hit hard. And number 99, Darnell Hamilton, came from across the field to lay the boom on that one. Gain of 2 to set up 2nd down and 8.
Well, if you're going to run the ball and get 12 yards a game, the next play you're going to respond, and that is what Darnell Hamilton did with the speed going sideline to track down the running back, and it's only a 2-yard gain.
Miller likes to throw. Likes to run. Will throw when he needs to. And another inside handoff that gets another 3 yards, set up 3rd down and 4. That was to Matthew Rambo.
Well, this is very interesting for Skipstone. It's a 3rd and 4. They could try to run the football here, and it could be 4-down territory. They like their percentages, especially with Ward, with John Moss trying to run the football. But let's see if they force him into a passing situation.
Can that defensive line? Walls has 12.5 sacks. Can he get one here? Miller throws it, and not on the same page with Aiden Brumbelow. He was open, but doesn't throw anywhere near him, and that's going to set up 4th down now for Skipstone. And here comes another decision. Are they going to decide to go for it? Because their defense is not giving up a 1st down here. I know it's early in the 1st quarter, but I feel like they're willing to take the risk because they don't think Calvary can move the ball on them, and that's what they're going to do. Exactly. They're going to go for it.
That's the right decision because they know it's a high risk, high reward. They know if they don't get it, their defense has been playing lights out so far in this game.
Let's see if they're just trying to draw them off sides, or is this going to really be a play? It looks like they're just trying to draw them off sides.
I think they are as well.
I don't think we're going to get a play here. Oh, we are, and he was just as shocked as we are to take the snap and able to get the 1st down as Ethan Miller. Blocking was not great, but neither was the tackling. And because of that, Ethan Miller, who was shocked when he got the ball, he was not ready for the snap, but able to make a play and get a 1st down.
Ethan Miller just decided, I'm going to try to make a play myself to try to get a 1st down. He had blockers in front, and a good job on 4th down, picking up that 4th down conversion. It was a high risk because if they were to got stopped, Calvary would have had good field position, but the way Skipstone's defense has been playing, they're going to take that chance.
At the 49-yard line, their own 49-yard line. Snap, handoff, and there goes a huge hole. Another gallop and a 1st down for Matthew Rambo. Big hole, and then he was not even touched until 15 yards down the field, and that's another Skipstone 1st down. They're at the 38 of Calvary now.
If we do have a score update, Bullock Academy is leading Brookstone 6-0. Still 6-0 Carver in the 2nd quarter over in Monroe area.
Miller's going to roll. Had someone chasing him, but he falls down. He's just going to dump it down to number 27, Daniel James. Nice playmaker by Miller. And Miller playmaking gets it to 2nd down and 5 now for the Warriors.
Well, he had no option there. Calvary was given the pressure. And
making that 2nd and 4.
He just dumps it off. I mean, that's what you do, is just to get rid of the football. And luckily, there was a receiver in the area. Scoops it up, and they do get a couple of yards.
Handoff. And he's still on his feet. John Mossman has a fumble, and it's going to be recovered by the Knights. What a job. They get a turnover after all the momentum was pointing in the team in white. And that turnover is picked up by number 5, Carson Ward.
What a job by the Calvary defense to knock the ball out. Carson Ward, great heads-up play. The way it was bouncing, it looked like it was going to be a scoop and score, but he had to secure the football, and he was able to get that. And Calvary gets a huge break because Skipstone they got a couple of 1st downs. They were moving the football on Calvary. They even converted a 4th down.
Right. Big turnover right there from the Knights defense, much needed. Zivak is going to take off and run. And he gets pushed out of bounds, but not before he gets 5 yards. And the legs of Zivak is going to come crucial in this one, Rich.
Yes, and Caden Polk had to race him out of bounds. He did get about 5 yards on that play. But Zivak, he was flushed out of the pocket. I thought he was going to throw on the first play. Usually when you get a big turnover, you want to try to get a big play. But he's moved the football, and let's see what play call Coach Brunson has here.
He's going to hand it off to Hurd, and Hurd bouncing in that hole, still making people miss. Still on his feet, still pushing. First down, Calvary. What a job by DeAndre Hurd, who single-handedly carried 5 white jerseys with him to get a 1st down. Just wanting it more right now, Richard.
Thrift, I thought Brett Carver had him on the stop. It may be a couple-yard gain, but DeAndre Hurd said, I will not be denied. He pushed the pile and willed his way to a 1st down.
1st down at the 45. Zivak rolling, gonna throw it, open, caught. Nice job, Bryson Books. Finding the open area in that zone, and Zivak laying the throw right on him. knowing that he was going to take a big hit. And that's another Calvary first down.
Luke Zivak feeling pressure, rolling to his right. Great throw on that play to Brooks. Another first down for the Calvary Knights.
Snap. Hurd, tackle to the backfield. That's a big tackle right there by Caleb Lamb.
Caleb Lamb, the 5'8" middle linebacker, senior, gets a big tackle on DeAndre Hurd, who they know that he's going to get a lot of carries in this game. Just a workhorse running back. Now they got him in 2nd and 11.
Zivak looking, gonna throw it, and almost caught. He was looking for Bryson Brooks, but coming across the field was Scoggins, who almost made the catch. It's gonna set up 3rd down and 12 now for the Knights. Thank you again to our sponsors like Avery Tree Care. Thank you to Matt Avery, good friend of mine. His son goes here to Calvary. They are the best tree care service. You want to cut down trees, you want to clear land, Avery Tree Care. Thank you for Matt Avery and his support of our broadcast. Zivak, plenty of time, still looking, now going to take off and run, and he's going to be slammed to the ground by number 24, Caleb Lamb, and that's going to set up 4th and long.
2 big defensive plays by Caleb Lamb for Skipstone, and the defense responds after Calvary picking up a first down, and now Calvary's going to have to pin them back once again. This is the 3rd punt for the Calvary Knights, but they haven't got over the threshold. They've been in Skipstone territory. They've gotten as close to the 35-yard line, and they have not reached further, but they've got to just play the field position game here with about 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
Now, the last time the Calvary Knights hits a punt, much better than last time, gets a Calvary bounce.
That's a nice bounce.
And Miller's not going to return at the quarterback, and it's going to be downed at the 5-yard line. Nice job by Calvary special teams. Last time Calvary played in the state championship game, they did host it. They actually played at Kinnett Stadium, and they were able to become victorious. Jesse Donahoe, the Georgia State baseball player who played baseball here, won 3 state championships in baseball, and was a starting quarterback.
Absolutely.
And won that in 2020.
And he played for the Columbus Chattahoots.
We're going to take a break. It's Calvary taking a timeout. It's the GAPPS 2-8 state championship game. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back here, and we want to say thank you to our sponsors like Southeast Restoration, a proud supporter of Calvary Christian School, preparing and developing young people with a biblical view. Damage to your home or facility? There's only one person you call. That's Southeast Restoration. Have you ever had to use your homeowner's insurance? You know the process can be difficult, confusing, annoying. People don't care about you. Southeast Restoration will, so please give them a call. Southeast Restoration, restoring lives, repairing property. Thank you to Dewey McCabe for his support these last couple weeks in support of Calvary Christian Athletics. Also thank you to Terry Johnson Agency, Behringer Construction, B&B Broadcasting, and Masterwall. And look at that. There's a big gallop and another first down run for number 23, Matthew Rambo.
If we do have a score update. Brookstone leading Bullock Academy 7-6.
Coach Gillespie's Brookstone Cougars after the upset over Pacelli last week as one went away from playing in the state championship game at Mercer against Tatnall Square or First Presbyterian Day, who beat them earlier in the year, who beat Brookstone. First down, Skipstone. Calvary has been sustainable to the run. And there goes Miller again, and Miller breaking tackles. Finally, they were able to bring him down, but not before he bulldozes his way for 8-9 yards. They've set up second down and short now for the Warriors.
Miller is a hard player to bring down, as he gets out of that pocket, and then when the pocket collapses and Calvary's bringing the pressure, you think he's going to get taken for a big loss on a sack, but he's able to get a couple yards out of it.
Last minute, dwindling down here in the first quarter. And another first down run by John Moss. And I'm telling you, and there is a penalty, and it looks like that's going to be on Calvary from the way the referee was looking at one of the Calvary players. And that's one thing that Skipstone's done a really good job. I know they fumbled it last time, but they've been able to run the football. They're getting 6-7 yards per carry, and Calvary's got to minimize that, and that looks like it is going to be on Calvary.
Calvary's just got to continue playing the field position game. I know that Skipstone in their last possession was moving the football at ease, and Calvary is just got to cut down on the penalties, because you don't want to give them free yards, especially when they're running the football the way they are. But still, here in the first quarter, it is scoreless. But Calvary's got some breaks.
That is a 15-yard penalty on the Calvary Christian Knights. So now it's going to be first down at the Skipstone 45.5-yard line. Calvary needs another big stop. Skipstone started this drive at their own 5. Miller going deep, looking for a man, and it is caught. And he's going to stay on his feet down to the 2-yard line. Caleb Kaheev was open. Scoggins was on the coverage, but that was just a dime by Ethan Miller. And it's going to be first and goal, Skipstone.
Ethan Miller's got a cannon. He just aired it out. Why not take that risk? And it paid off. What a catch as well by Caleb Kaheev. And now Skipstone right first and goal on the doorstep of the goal line.
Miller, handoff. And on the last play of the first quarter, touchdown Matthew Rambo. And that quarter was dominated by Skipstone. And they just go 95 yards in a couple minutes.
Incredible drive.
And that was a great job by that offensive line. You see those big boys up front, and they're moving Calvary right now. And Ethan Miller showing that why he's one of the best playmakers in GAPPS, and he was crucial to not play last time these two teams faced off. But still got 3 quarters to go, and it's only 6-0. And obviously Calvary's got to regroup, and they need to get a sustaining drive right here when they get the ball back.
If anything, they need a drive that could just keep that Calvary defense on the sideline with some rest, because they were on the field for a very long time.
And the kick is up and good. And after the end of 1, Skipstone 7, Calvary 0. It's Georgia Alabama Sports Live coverage of the GAPPS 2A state championship game here at Calvary. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back here. Thank you to Masterwall Incorporated and the Smithwicks, longtime supporters and coaches here at Calvary. And we appreciate their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. I know Grant, thank you for coming on game day, being our guest picker. Coach Grant Smithwick, who coaches the girls, assistant coach on the girls program, was also a longtime assistant coach on the boys, played for Calvary, was a coach on the team that came up just short in the state championship game.
with the start of the second quarter. They're going to switch sides as Calvary's going to go from right to left. They need to come up with a good drive here.
They need an answer. Remember, Skipstone gets the ball in the second half. There goes Strickland, who gets another decent return. That's going to set up Calvary right outside the 35. Right inside the 35, excuse me, at the 34-yard line. So Calvary, Skipstone's done a really good job. They punched him in the mouth. They moved the football. They've been able to run it. Calvary can respond, but they need an answer from their offensive and defensive line. They need to get some push. And right now, they just need to sustain a drive.
And Calvary's had good field position so far. They just need to respond, and especially when they're in Skipstone territory, come up with something.
Zavak to Scoggins, who gets tackled by John Moss, who throws him down for a 2-yard gain.
I like the up-tempo here for Calvary.
Throws it out, open, it's number 11, first down.
Look, if you get him open in space, that was a good tackle by Caleb Cahey.
And that's going to be a Calvary first down.
Moving those chains.
Hurd gets a good gain. Second down and 8 now. Savak going to take off and run, and doesn't get anything on that one. And
I think the ball
okay, but they're going to say he was down. They're going to say he was down anyway.
He was down. The lanes aren't opening for Calvary like in previous games because this Skipstone line, they have just been collapsing, and they've been just not getting anything easy for Calvary. It's a tough third down here, 3rd and 7. Let's see if Calvary can get a big play to pick up this first down.
3rd and 6. Zabak rolls to the right, looking, stops, fires one, caught.
That was a catch.
And that's going to be a first down. Silas Johnson. And that's going to be a Calvary Knights first down. Nice job by Zabak. Rolling out, standing its ground, and zipping a football right in between the numbers. And good catch by Silas Johnson. First down, Calvary.
That's what Calvary does. Zavak rolling to the pocket to his right. Good throw, picking up a big 3rd down conversion.
And that one's off the hands of Scoggins that he never misses. And that's going to be returned by Ethan Miller. And there's a turnover. Hit him right in the hands. And it just bounced right to Ethan Miller. Scoggins was open, found the open zone. And the sure-handed Scoggins bobbles it. And that's a turnover.
Yeah, you hate to see that, getting that turnover, and good field position by Skipstone on the 45-yard line. But this is where Calvary's defense, they need to step up. They've been on the field for a very long time. As Skipstone had a 95-yard drive their last possession. But they have got to get a response here.
Handoff. There's a big hole, and he's still on his feet. Another first down run for Matthew Rambo. I've said his name quite a few times, Richard.
Yeah, he's just one of those bell cow running backs that gets about 5-6 yards a carry. But he is really just running up the middle. I mean, they don't even have to use the outside lanes because that offensive line is just building holes right down the middle. Do have some one-on-one coverage here to the near side.
Snap, Miller going to take off and run, and he gets 5 yards on the first down.
Good tackle by Timothy Davis. I mean, Timothy Miller is going to try to run. He's a dual-threat quarterback. If he could run, he likes to throw. We've seen him do that on the last possession. But if he finds a way, like using that RPO to get 5-6 yards, he's going to do that.
2nd down and 5 for Miller. Skipstone leading 7-0 here. Fumble on the play, and there goes Miller, who luckily able to pick it up and does lose 2 yards, but they just scared that they didn't turn it over. 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a high snap. Miller, good response, not fumbling it away. But
and Miller came up a bit gimpy right there. Keep an eye on that, number 15. See him bent over right now. He does play both sides of the football, as the majority of Skipstone does. This is a very small roster. Calvary has two-way players as well.
It's a big 3rd and 7 here for the Calvary defense.
Crowd on its feet. Looking, and that one's tipped up and out of the hands of John Moss. But nice job by Calvary getting their mitts on it. It's going to set up 4th down.
Batting it away. Great job by the Calvary defense, and they catch a break. I still think this is 4-down territory for Skipstone. But they're gonna actually get the punt team out. Which you're up 7-0. Pin Calvary deep. Your defense has been playing lights out. As you see Noah Strickland going back, he's going to wait at about the 10-yard line for this punt. Well, this is where Calvary has got to respond. Your defense got a big stop. You're going to get the football back.
Got to get a big stop. Got a big stop. You got to be able to move the football. 7:45 remaining here in the first half. They're down 7-0.
Well, one thing, Thrift, that turnover did not cost them.
And exactly. Not a lot is going right for Calvary. And that.
Well, I thought that almost touched Calvary. It looked like it touched number 3, Bryson Brooks.
I think he was able to get out of the way.
Very close. Very close. Good heads-up play, and now Calvary's going to be back on offense.
They were moving the football last time, and a typical play, finding the hole in the zone. Zavak looking for Scoggins, who was open, and it goes right through his hands, an interception for Ethan Miller. So let's see if they can't move the football here, get a long sustaining drive, and tie this game.
Got to update Bullock Academy leading Brookstone 12-7. 7 minutes to go until halftime.
Zabak hands off to Hurd. Hurd bounces to the outside and gets tackled, but a modest 4-yard gain to set up 2nd and 6 for Calvary.
You got Carver still leading Monroe area in the second quarter, 6-0. Central Mary Montgomery is underway. We'll try to get a score update on that one. Still trying to get a score update on Harris County and Jefferson.
Zabak, Hurd, got space, Hurd. May have got hit late out of bounds.
I thought that was going to be a late hit. Got a Skipstone player that's down right on the sideline for Calvary. But a good job by DeAndre Hurd in space. He was able to get some yardage to pick up the 1st down.
Nice job by DeAndre Hurd. And that's what Coach Brunson and this offensive staff, that's what they're trying to do, get their playmakers in space. It's going to be tough sledding in between the tackles with those big defensive linemen for Skipstone. They feel like they got the better speed for both teams. They just got to get their guys in space.
Thrift, I got to ask you, we're deep into playoff season. We got a lot of teams in Columbus playing on Thanksgiving week. When was the last time we had this many teams?
It's been a long time, and we're excited to be covering
absolutely
the championship game. One-headed snap catch by Zavak.
That was a good run, though.
But Hurd getting 6 yards. This is Calvary that we know. Getting 5-6 yards on 1st down from Hurd. That allows the playbook to open up and more options for that offensive staff to utilize guys like Luke Scoggins, Bryson Brooks, Noah Strickland. Going to hand it off to Hurd again, and Hurd's going to bounce to the outside. Stiff arms a man, and depending on where the spot is, I think that's a 1st down.
Absolutely.
And it is. Nice job by DeAndre Hurd, and that's going to be a Calvary 1st down.
He's rolling to the left, a stiff arm, gave him a couple extra yards, enough to get the first down.
Hurd's going to get it again. Hurd outside and stays on his feet. It's hard bringing down.
It really is.
Deuce. And Deuce. I'm going to nickname him Deuce.
I like that. That's a good nickname. Caden Polk finally brought him down, but yeah, he had to chase him down. He was rolling to his left once again. I mean, he's finding that open lane and picking up extra yardage.
DeAndre Deuces Hurd getting 6-7 yards every time he touched it on this drive. Give it to him again, and this time the defensive line for Skipstone does not budge on that one, and it is going to be 3rd down and 4 now. Let's see a bubble screen or get Scoggins open in space right here.
Absolutely. This is a play where Luke Zivak rolls to his right or rolls to the left. Get Luke Scoggins in a bubble screen. Just a quick slant pattern to pick up this first down.
Snap. Hand off to Hurd again, and Hurd on his feet, carrying Skipstone defenders for a 10-yard gain. And this drive has been all deuces. DeAndre Hurd eating right now.
You know, that was a great play call because Skipstone thought that Luke Zivak was going to pass on a 3rd and 3. And why not give it to DeAndre Hurd? I know he didn't get a whole lot his last time he carried it, but he's been averaging 6-7 yards a carry on this drive. So just why not give it to him?
Hand it off again, and there goes Hurd, bouncing it to the outside, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, hold on to the football. And he's going to stay in bounds, clock still running, less than 5 minutes to go in this one.
This is an incredible drive by Calvary. Not only are you eating up clock, but you're in Skipstone territory. You're running the football with DeAndre Hurd. Caden Polk, again, could not bring him down, and DeAndre Hurd's been able to get extra yardage.
2nd down and 7 now. Scoggins in the slot. And they're going to give it to Hurd again, and Hurd
nice
carrying another 5-yard gallop. And watch, you keep handing it to Deuces. Eventually, you're going to do that zone read, and Scoggins going to be skipping down the sideline for a touchdown. And watch it.
Yeah,
keep feeding it to the big man, keep feeding it to the big man, then boom, go on the outside to one of your playmakers.
That's going to set up play action RPO for Luke Zivak to try to get one of his receivers open in the flat.
Going to hand it off to Hurd again. And Hurd on 3rd down and short.
I don't know if he got it.
They're going to say he didn't get it. It's going to set up 4th and short. And obviously, you're going for this right here.
It was a great tackle by Rashad Fleming.
Yeah, it was, because I probably would have gave him the spot, but that right now
very close.
4th and less than a yard for Calvary.
And the play call here is, I mean, you could give it to Hurd. You can do just a quick slant, but got to pick up this 4th down here on the 34-yard line.
Takes a snap, blitz, handoff, and he spins away from the tackle. What a job and second effort, because he was initially hit along the line of scrimmage by number 26, Rashad Fleming of Skipstone, by able to spin off of the defender and gets a 1st down. Timeout. Skipstone will take 1-2. Georgia-Alabama Sports live coverage of the GAPPS 2A state championship game. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back here. Thrift Behringer, Richard Holdridge, Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Thank you to our sponsors like Southeast Restoration and Dewey McCabe. Thank you to Avery Tree Care and Matt Avery for their support of this broadcast, and Calvary Athletics, Masterwall Incorporated, Behringer Construction, P&B Broadcasting, Sports Visions, We appreciate all the love and support. Central already up 7-0 on Mary Montgomery. After the first down, this time they're going to hand it off to other than someone named DeAndre Hurd. Carson Ward gets 2 yards and set up 2nd and 8, and then you bring in DeAndre Hurd after that breather.
He gave him a little bit of breather.
Well, he got the ball about 9 straight times right there, and he has single-handedly pushed this drive by himself. We have not seen Zavak throw a pass on this drive. They haven't had to. It's been all Hurd.
You're eating clock in the process.
He fumbles a snap and able to take off and run, and he's still on his feet. There goes Zavak. What a move by Luke Zavak. What was going to be a disastrous play. Fumbles the snap, picks it up, and then breaks away from wimpy tacklers. And now he's beating his chest. He's getting the crowd fired up. He's got us fired up. That's a first down, Calvary.
That was a big run by Luke Zavak. He refused to go down, and Skipstone thought that they had him in the grasp of their tackle, and Luke Zavak picks up a big first down. 1st and goal for Calvary.
High snap, and then it's ball on the ground, and a disastrous play, and Skipstone gets it back. They've been playing with fire, Richard, this last couple of drives.
Absolutely.
The snap has either been too high, it's been too low, and back-to-back bad snaps by the center, and there is a turnover.
Fumble recovery by Zachary Barna, the defensive tackle, junior for Skipstone Academy, and now the Calvary defense is, even though they got him pinned back, they've got to get a stop here. 2:33 left to go until halftime, and Skipstone will get the ball to start the second half.
Deflating way to end that drive. Miller does get stood up.
That is how it starts. Get Miller into a 2nd and long, 3rd and long situation. Try to get the ball back before halftime.
And I can understand for that offensive line, for the center, he's seeing guys that are a lot bigger than him. And I'm not saying he's afraid, but he's obviously rushing the snap. And that happened in back-to-back. One was low. Zavak was able to make something out of nothing, get a first down. The second one was high, and then him and her ran into each other. That caused Zavak not being able to collect it cleanly and turn over, and Skipstone's got it now deep in their territory, 2nd and long now. He's going to lose the football, and then he's going to take off and run. And he falls down right before. I mean,
he's not happy about that because he slipped. Because this is grass.
He lost the football because it's wet. It is wet out there for those who are at home in the cold. I mean, in the warm, watching this game. We appreciate you as we are freezing here on this brisk night. But it is wet and muddy on the field, and that is causing the football to have an effect on them throwing it.
It's a big 3rd down for Calvary's defense.
3rd and 4. See if we can get the ball back. Bad snap again, and not enough for the first down. Let's see. And Coach Brunson is going to call a timeout.
They'll get the ball back.
Stop it with 1:04. So they'll get the ball back probably around midfield with a minute left. Enough to, because they do have a field goal kicker that can make field goals. We saw it last week.
Absolutely. And that was a great defensive possession by Calvary. Skipstone really was just fortunate when they got the ball back. Really, realistically, because they were at the 15-yard line, there really wasn't enough time for them to drive down the field, although we've seen Miller air it out. But I don't think they were trying to go for the score to go up more at the halftime. I think they were trying to avoid Calvary scoring before the half, because if you're Skipstone, you don't want this game to be tied 7-7 going into halftime. But Calvary has hung into this game because they've had some drives. They have ate up clock.
And their defense has played lights out.
Oh,
Let's
absolutely.
give them credit. I mean, I know they give up a lot of running plays, but they've been bend but don't break. They've got a turnover, and they've been able to keep Skipstone out of the end zone only but one time. And then they get all the way down on 1st and goal, the first time all game deep in Skipstone territory, and a bad snap derails the drive. So Noah Strickland set to return. He's around midfield. Can there be a block?
And after the end of the first quarter, Harris County trailing Jefferson 7-6.
Punt almost gets it. It's going to be fair caught by Strickland. Nice job by him.
Now they can run their 1-minute offense, go hurry up. Just a couple of slant patterns.
56 seconds remaining. 40 56 seconds remaining at the 49-yard line. Let's see if Zavac and the Calvary offense can go 1 minute drill here, not even 2 minute, 1 minute drill, and get the ball in the end zone or close enough for a field goal.
We've seen him do this before, where he gets into a hurry-up offense.
This is honestly when their offense is at their best.
Absolutely.
It's during up-tempo like this.
You just got to get some points here. Just get your kicker into field goal range. If you go for the touchdown, that's even better.
5 receivers set. They're going to throw it out in the flats to Hurd, and good tackle by Moss. And they got to go fast. They got to clock it. They got to do something. They're not moving with speed. As you see, guys are just walking to the line. You got to move, got to move, got to move right now. Zavac got to have hurriness to him. 30 seconds, wasting a lot of clock. 30. Zavac looking, throws it open. Is Hurd.
What a catch.
Hurd makes a man miss. Hurd's got a block. Hurd going down the sideline all the way out of bounds at the 10-yard line. And then you're going to throw another 15-yard penalty late hit, and that's going to set up 1st and goal for the Calvary Christian Knights. What a job by Luke Zavac. Rolling out, keeping his wits about him, and finding an open DeAndre Deuces Hurd, who makes a couple of people miss and goes down the sideline for the 1st down.
Well, a great job by Hurd getting open, but he also had blockers in front of him where he was able to pick up even extra yardage, and with his speed, there was nobody that was going to be able to catch him for at least 10, 15 yards.
So they're going to set up 1st and goal at the 5 with 22 seconds left. Calvary does have 1 timeout remaining.
Plenty of time. You run the football, call the timeout if you don't get it, maybe a couple shots to the end zone.
But that means you also can give the ball to DeAndre Hurd.
I'd give it to him right here. 22 seconds left to go.
And Skipstone, who has 2 timeouts, is going to take one. We'll take a quick one, too. 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Calvary on the doorstep of tying this game at 7-0. GAPPS 2A State Championship on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
Yeah.
Welcome back here with Thrift Behringer, Richard Holdridge. What a turn of events here. Calvary, about a minute and a half ago, turned the ball over in this same spot. Now they get it right back after a great playmaking by Zavac and Hurd. Zavac, quarterback keep, takes off, tiptoeing up to around the 3-4.
Got to call a timeout here.
Hurd, now Coach Brunson's going to have to call a timeout. I think I would have gave it to Hurd right there.
I would have too.
I think I would have gave it to Hurd. If I'm going to do a running play with only 1 timeout left, I want it to be in my best runner's hands. But Coach Brunson has a game plan. 15 seconds remaining. That is his last timeout. So obviously, I don't think you play with fire here. I think if Zavac's going to run, it needs to be a run off a pass play, and he made a play with his legs. If it's a direct run play, I don't think you're going to be able to get up in time
to be able
to clock it,
exactly.
and then ultimately you would have to kick a field goal on 4th down, I would think.
I think if you choose to run it, and if you don't get it, you spike it here to put your field goal kicker out there to get 3, but you want to come up with this possession with 7 points. You've made it this far all the way down to the 3-yard line. You want to try to get 7.
All right. Coach Brunson, let's see what he's got up his sleeve. Can Calvary get the ball in the end zone? Would be a huge momentum shift. As you know, Skipstone gets the ball to start the second half. Snap, fade, and I don't think him or Scoggins were on the same page with that one. Scoggins went more of a 5 and out, and he threw more of a fade. So now it's going to set up 3rd down at the 4-yard line. This is where you got to have your best play, one of your best plays. I know you don't want to use all of them. You're going to have to save some, but I think this is a big possession. Scoring a touchdown here, taking the lead or tying the game before halftime is going to be huge.
It's got to be a pass play because you don't have enough time to run it and spike it, especially on a 3rd and 10.
You're not going to be able to spike it.
Yeah, you won't be able to. You'll lose your possession. It's got to be a pass play.
He's going to throw a slant route, and they're not going to call pass interference.
Not going to throw a flag.
It did look like Scooter Barclay was there way before the ball was. But they're going to say good coverage, and now that's going to be a kicking situation for Calvary.
They wanted to get a touchdown on that possession.
And I hate that Hurd didn't even get the ball, not one time. And I think that's something that Coach Brunson, if he could go back, he would want to make sure 22, who did a really good job this whole second quarter, would have gotten at least one touch right here at the 5-yard line.
Absolutely.
Zabak is also the kicker, and it's up, and it is good. So at the end of the first half, your Calvary Knights 3, Skipstone 7. We're going to take a break. It's the GAPPS 2A State Championship game brought to you by Southeast Restoration and Master Wall Incorporated, Terry Johnson Agency, Sports Visions, PNB Broadcasting, and Avery Tree Care. We'll be right back after this.
Calvary Knight fans, how about one more big round of applause for our Calvary cheerleaders?
Welcome back here. Thrift Barons with Richard Holdridge, who are just a couple minutes from second half. That first half, though, for Calvary, great job by them moving the football in the second quarter. They did struggle moving the football in the first. Skipstone, it was a tale of two quarters, really. Skipstone, Ethan Miller, John Moss, they moved the football and scored a touchdown. They were leading 7-0. And then in the second quarter, it was dominated by Calvary. They moved the football. They ran it up the throats and down the throats of Skipstone. But was not able to capitalize off two straight goal line, stands. One was a bad snap turnover. Skipstone gets it, and then Skipstone holds Calvary to just a field goal right before the half, and that's where we stand 7-3, Richard.
Well, we know that Calvary is a second-half team. Skipstone is going to get the ball to start the second half. Calvary's just got to get a stop on defense and just continue doing what they're doing. Their methods are working. They just haven't been able to capitalize. They've only come up with 3 points. But we do have a half left to play here, and Calvary is just going to have to make the adjustments. But I got to say, they've been doing a great job.
They're a second-half team.
They are a second-half team, but they've been doing a great job containing Miller. I know he had that one big pass, but they've kept him in the pocket. He has not broken away for big yardage.
So about 30 seconds away from the start of the second half. Thank you to our sponsors like Masterwall Incorporated and the Smithwicks. Thank you to Southeast Restoration. Thank you to Andrew McCabe. Thank you to Matt Avery and Avery Tree Care. Thank you to PNB Broadcasting. Thank you to Sports Visions. Thank you to Barons Reconstruction. Richard, you got some score updates.
Absolutely. Central in the second quarter leading Mary Montgomery 14-0.
Cam Coleman just found in the back of the end zone, 16-yard pass from Andrew Alford. That brings him to 43 touchdowns in 12 games.
Incredible. At halftime, Jefferson leading Harris County 14-12. We knew this was going to be a very close game. Bullock Academy leading Brookstone 13-7 rather, in the third quarter. And then we also have Carver leading Monroe area 12-7. A big shout out to WTVM's Jonathan Hoppy, who's down at Otis Spencer Stadium with covering that game and giving us the score update. And also a big shout out to Colin Lacey, who's calling the Bullock Academy Brookstone game, and he gave me the score update as well. And also,
what's the score to that game?
It is 13-7 at the half. And also, somebody who's also watching us, Flint River is not playing this week because they are in the state championship against George Toombs Academy December the 1st at Mercer.
And here come the Calvary Knights as they are 2 quarters away.
It's exciting. Yeah, but a big shout out to Joe Howard, who is watching us.
Hopefully claiming a state championship. Zavak, who had a good second quarter, but a couple turnovers have been costly. An interception that killed a drive, and then the fumble inside the goal line. If there were not 2 turnovers, Calvary could be leading this game.
Absolutely.
Flip side, same for Skipstone. They took advantage of some turnovers. They could be easily up 14-3 if they didn't turn the ball over on their first drive of the game.
But the good news about Calvary's 2 turnovers, that Skipstone did not convert them into points. Skipstone's 7 points was on a 95-yard scoring drive, so they had to earn it. So this is where Calvary, their defense has stepped up. They've been able to stop Skipstone on several possessions. Can they do it to start the second half?
By the way, Cut Through Sports followed them for all things Harris County. Rick Beach, he just put that picture up. Taquan Marshall and Tay Crowder. Tay Crowder, who was the last pick in the NFL draft, also starting linebacker for the New York Giants.
Yeah. Former
Georgia Bulldog. He's there, former Harris County Tiger, supporting his Harris County alma mater, and so is Taquan Marshall, the great Georgia Tech quarterback, and he's also a high school coach now. But they're both supporting as the Tigers are down 2. By the way, we have the Sports Visions Awards luncheon coming up December the 7th. Hugh Freeze will be there, and we'll be giving recognition to teams like Calvary and Glenwood and Pacelli and all the Muscogee County schools, some LaGrange schools, Auburn. I mean, there is a lot of schools that will be there in support. It's probably going to be one of our biggest Sports Visions Awards luncheons, and they're always huge. So
I can't wait.
He and DJ Jones are excited to be doing that. Him and Dale Williams came up with the idea many years ago, and it is still thriving. And make sure to tune in to the Sports Visions radio show on Monday with me and DJ, 4 to 6 p.m., 92.1 Smooth R&B.
We do have one more score update at the half. Callaway is leading Fitzgerald 14-10. Big shout out to Kevin Eckleberry of BTV Sports for giving that score update.
Your boy Kevin. All right, Zavak gonna put the ball on the tee. And we're 24 minutes from crowning a state champion. Thurp Behringer, Richard Holdridge. We haven't said it, but I'm going to say it now. Subscribe on YouTube. Like us on Facebook. We appreciate the love and support we've been getting this entire football season. This is our last football game we will be broadcasting this year, and we hope it ends with a night state championship win. And there's going to be an onside kick that does not even go 10 yards. Great idea, I think, by Coach Brunson to catch them sleeping. And if Zavak would have just got a little bit more leg under it, I think he would have got it easily, because everyone had taken off for Skipstone. They would have got the ball and maybe gone down and scored. Good idea, not executed well. And now that means Skipstone will start at the Calvary 49-yard line.
Yeah, that was one of those plays where you really wish it would have went the other way. But now Calvary's defense has still got to step up and stop Skipstone here in their territory.
Ethan Miller. Hand off to Rambo, and he's tackled immediately, cut short for a gain of a yard.
Number 23, Matthew Rambo on the play.
Number 22 for Calvary, DeAndre Hurd, was in there on the play. Also number 12 for Calvary, Nate Stokes, able to make the tackle.
Even though Calvary does have a deep bench, I mean, they do have some playmakers that play offense and defense.
And number 11 is Jackson Evans. We didn't have that name right. And Miller's going to keep it, and Miller's got a lot of room to run. And Miller's still on his feet and gets 15 yards for the first down. Nice play fake right there by number 15 for Skipstone, and that's a Warriors first down.
Miller just running that RPO to perfection. He was able to find a hole in the gap, and his running ability as a dual-threat quarterback, he was able to pick up big yardage. But really, you got to give credit to that Skipstone offensive line for building those holes and allowing him to break away with a big first down run.
Miller's going to throw a screen pass right over the hands of Evans. And there's a first down pass and catch, excuse me, by Caleb Lamb from Miller. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 now for the Warriors at the Calvary 29-yard line.
And you could see that he slipped on that play. I mean, they're playing on natural grass. We did have rain earlier this week. I mean, that field is still just a little muddy.
Yeah.
And
we were
slipping
down there for game day, and we saw how it was going to be for today. And there goes Ethan Miller, and Ethan Miller's still running. Got to get your hands on him. And he's able to get a big first down after great blocking by that Skipstone Warriors offensive line. And now that's going to set them up inside the Calvary. Nope, they're going to be inside the Calvary 15 to 13. So they do have enough space to at least get a first down if they don't score here.
This is where Calvary's defense really has got to control the gaps, get a big stop, get them moving behind the chains.
Snap, handoff, pace, and he just rolls into the end zone. Nice job picking his spots, being patient, and Matthew Rambo scores on the first possession of the second half because of the poorly executed onside kick. Skipstone only has to go 49 yards, and they meet Pater, and they're up 13-3 now.
Well, that's exactly what Skipstone did. They got the ball to start the second half, and they went down and scored on the first possession. And now it's a two-possession game.
And they're going to go for 2 here.
And if they don't make this, I mean, they're only up by 10. I mean,
Calvary still in this game. But Miller.
Looks like he got it.
Yeah, with ease. 15-3 now. Calvary's got to go down and score. It's a big possession here. Skipstone, nice job getting the opening kickoff and going 49 yards for the touchdown. Skipstone, which is
they're out of Griffin, Georgia, about an hour and 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
We do see a lot of fans that made the trip.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you not only watching us on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. I mean, I know a lot of fans are out there that are watching us, but we really appreciate all the fans that are here. It is Thanksgiving week. Just happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I mean, I know that a lot of fans are out of town, just spending time with their family during this Thanksgiving holiday. But really, this is what we like to see here in Georgia. High school teams still playing on Thanksgiving weekend. This is really what it's all about.
All right, Calvary is going to return, and they need to drive and they need to score. I think they need to put the ball in the end zone.
They need to get a kickoff return right here. They got the playmakers to do it. Noah Strickland is back there. Luke Scoggins.
And it is going to be returnable by Strickland. Strickland brings it out to the 20.
Good block.
But even better coverage, and he doesn't even get to the 20. He gets tackled at the 18, and that's where Luke Zebak will set up shop with his Knights offense.
Yeah, the special teams responded for Skipstone. They were able to get good coverage on that play because I thought that block that Calvary had, that he had some room there. Strickland had some space to break away and get a big kickoff return back. But now, Luke Zivak, let's see if he can try to respond after Skipstone scoring that touchdown.
And off to DeAndre Hurd. And there's a penalty.
Looks like a face mask. You're going to tack 15 more yards on that.
And somehow Darnell Hamilton, number 99, doesn't have a helmet on. And that looks like it's going to be on Skipstone.
Yeah, we talked about DeAndre Hurd. He's a hard man to bring down, but, you can't grab the face mask. And, the refs are going to see that, and that's 15 free yards right there. So they are picking up the flag, and they are moving.
So that is face mask on Skipstone. And then a 15-yard penalty, another one, and there's a flag.
So refs discuss what this penalty is going to be.
And it looks like they're going to bring him back 15 now. Sideline warning on Coach Brunson. I'll say this, and I say this a lot. It is just a warning, but I say this a lot. If you're going to put on the pinstripes, you got to have thick skin. And if you're going to make a call that could cost the team, it has got to be egregious. I don't know what he said down there, but whatever it was, it needed to be egregious if you're going to mark off 15. Snap, handoff to Hurd. Hurd's got a big hole. Hurd still on his feet. Wimpley tackler breaking through.
Yeah, Scooter Barclay just.
And they're thinking that they may have been a horse collar,
I thought
Richard.
it was a horse collar. He could not bring DeAndre Hurd down, and he just ropes him out of bounds, and it looked like a horse collar tackle. But all in all, a great run by DeAndre Hurd, getting blockers, able to pick up the first down. Calvary right inside the 46-yard line of Skipstone.
Snap, handoff. Hurd picking his way. Hurd breaking free. Hurd still on his feet. First down, Calvary. Keep feeding deuces.
DeAndre Hurd, another big run. Absolutely right, Thrift.
Nice job by Hurd, being patient within that pocket, picking his spots, and able to take advantage of some wimpy tacklers from Skipstone. And off to Hurd again. Hurd gets clipped.
He was flying over a couple bodies.
DeAndre Hurd on the carry. Tackle made there by number 26, Rashad Flemings. Pick up a 30. Calvary will have a second down and 7 from the Skipstone 29-yard line.
It's going to be second down and 7 now for Calvary. 9 minutes remaining here in the third. Hand off to Hurd. Hurd, stiff arms. Hurd gets slung down and doesn't gain much of anything.
Caden Polk on the tackle. Not a whole lot of yardage for DeAndre Hurd. Sets up a 3rd and 7 for Calvary. Skipstone's done a good job these last 2 runs stopping DeAndre Hurd. It's forcing Luke Zavak in a passing situation on this 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 now.
I don't know. I'd run it to Hurd.
I think
just
this is 4 down.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd run it to Hurd.
Definitely 4 down territory, but he's going to pass. Looking, throwing, and not on the same page as him and Strickland. He was open, and he throws it 5 yards, 10 yards to the left of Noah Strickland. That's going to bring up 4th down, and obviously Calvary's got to go for it.
They're right on the 29-yard line of Skipstone. They've got to convert it here. Already down 15-3 here in the 3rd quarter.
4th down, Zavag caught. Scoggins,
what a catch.
1st down. When in doubt, find one. When in doubt, find one. And Luke Scoggins gets the Calvary 1st down.
Big clutch catch on 4th down by Luke Scoggins. As the drive staying alive.
Inside the 20 now, red zone opportunity again. 3rd time for Calvary. 3rd time a charm. Hand off to Hurd, and Hurd gets tackled for a 1-yard gain. Maybe not even that.
But Caden Polk for Skipstone has been in a lot of tackles in this game.
Calvary has been able to move the football. Since that 1st quarter, they have been able to move the football. They just got to put in the end zone.
Absolutely.
They got to capitalize off of a great drive, especially as time is dwindling down. 7:44 remaining here in the 3rd. Calvary down by 12. Hand off to Hurd again. Hurd makes a man miss, carrying defenders. Another 5-yard gain.
Close
3rd
again.
down and short now for Calvary.
But he's making these runs where Calvary is getting into 3rd and manageable situations. You keep feeding it to DeAndre Hurd. He just makes that extra yardage, that extra cut, pushing bodies in the trenches.
And there goes Hurd, and this time another big-time tackle, initially hit by number 5 for Skipstone, Caden Polk. And he gets maybe a yard. It sets up 4th down. I don't think there's a point in kicking a field goal here. Making a 9-point game, it doesn't change. It doesn't make it a 1-possession game. If it had been 15-7, make it 15-10, get a touchdown, win the game. But either way, if you kick a field goal here, it's still a 2-possession game.
Big 4th and 3.
4th and 3 now. Can't waste time out, so you got to get the good play.
Got to pick this up here.
Watch for 1. Zavak looking open. Hurd! Touchdown! What a route by DeAndre Hurd, and Luke Zavak letting the play develop over the middle for a Calvary Knights touchdown.
Just a little slant pass up the middle. DeAndre Hurd just open.
And you saw it developing the whole way. Hurd is a great route runner. He can not only run the route, but he can run routes. And did a great job losing his defender, and an even better pass right on the money by Luke Zavak. And we're an extra point away from making this a 15-10 game.
Luke Zavak with 2 big clutch down, 4th down plays on this drive.
Kick is up. Weird kick, but goes in. And a nice job by Calvary Knights answering the punch in the mouth with a punch of their own with 6:18 remaining here. Georgia Alabama Sports Live's coverage of the GAPPS 2A State Championship. Calvary down by 5. We'll be back after this. Great job by Zavak. Good job by that coaching staff. Not getting deflated after giving up that long drive. If you try to go for the onside kick, scoring a touchdown, you're down by 5, 6:18 remaining here in the third. Thank you to our sponsors, Avery Tree Care. You want to kill their land? Give Avery Tree Care a call. Matt Avery, thank you, support. Southeast Restoration. You got damage, you don't want to deal with the hassle of dealing with insurance companies or someone scamming you. Southeast Restoration, Dewey McCabe, longtime supporters of Calvary Athletics. Make sure you give them a call, Southeast Restoration. Masterwall Incorporated, Behringer Construction, P&B Broadcasting, Sports Visions, and Terry Johnson Agency. Caden Polk's going to return. That looked like a push in the back. That was almost a face mask. And it's going to be down at the 30. I tell you what, the line judge on the Calvary side, I don't think has thrown one flag this whole game, which I'm not saying that he's had to throw a flag, but to say that both teams are perfect, you haven't seen not one flag being thrown. Even when there was a face mask down there on that last drive, it took the back judge to throw a penalty 30 yards away from the play. This line judge didn't even want to do it, and the only flag I've seen him throw is a sideline warning on Calvary. So
exactly.
I'm just pointing out the obvious right now. I'm not saying anything other than just pointing out the obvious.
Calvary's got to get a big defensive stop.
Snap, handoff, and good tackling. Only a 1-yard gain right there by Matthew Rambo. Good job by the defensive line, led by number 17, Spencer LaQuire.
And Nate Stokes also on that tackle. He's trying to fire up this crowd. Hey, Thriv, we do have a score update. Brookstone leading Bullock Academy 21-13.
And Carver, if they're going to win ugly. They're up 6-0 in the second half still.
Like last week, their defense has been playing lights out.
Lights out. Miller's going to keep it, and Miller still on his feet. Good run by him.
It really was.
Because he was hit and should have been down, and that should have been a good tackle by Calvary. Would have been 3rd and long. Now it's 3rd and 3, maybe 2, a long 2. I'd say more 3 for Skipstone.
I think the way that Calvary's been moving the ball on offense, I think that Skipstone is going to be in 4-down territory from here on out. It's a 3rd and 2. This is where Calvary's line has just got to get a push.
Can that offensive line from Skipstone get the push they got in that last drive? Hand off to Moss, and depending on the spot, I think he got it. They needed to get right at the 40, and looks like it is going to be a Skipstone first down. Good job by Skipstone get the initial surge, and John Moss finishing it up with a first down run. So Calvary now got to get a stop after scoring and keep. It's a 5-point game, 15-10.
But I'm impressed with Calvary's line, just right at the point of contact. They're able to just to push those bodies, but Skipstone's line, I mean, there's some big boys on the line. They're able to get big holes on with these running backs and with Miller.
Miller, who's going to roll out to the left, looking, going to throw it over the middle, and it is short and low. He was looking for number 24, Caleb Lamb. Lamb was open right there. Miller, who earlier in the game had that spot-on dime for 40 yards to set up the first touchdown for Skipstone. But right there was short. Set up 2nd and 9 now.
Yeah, that was just a perfect pass in the first half.
Make it 2nd and 10.
On defense!
Miller's shown that he could throw dimes, but he likes to run. Calvary's just going to have to contain him. Done a good job so far.
And that misdirection
that
was not fooled by 99 Darnell Hamilton, who says that you're not getting out of my grasp. Nice job by Darnell. And it's a 3rd down and 13, big-time tackle for loss by 99.
Big time, Darnell Hamilton, 5'9", 260, only a sophomore. That nose guard with a big 3-yard loss. Now it's 3rd and 13.
You hear them getting fired up here.
Oh,
3rd
they're
and
loud.
long. Can we get a sack?
Come on, back him up! Back him up!
Miller makes a man miss, but not before he's
Not
taken
gonna get it.
down.
He's
And
not going to get it.
almost a sack, but really good tackle led by number 12 for Nate Stokes was in on that tackle.
All right, now,
Also, number 5, Carson Ward. And it's going to be 4th and 8. Great job by that Calvary defense, pinning their ears back and getting a big stop, and sets up a punting situation for the Warriors.
because it is a 4th and 9, they're going to punt the football away. I think if it's at 5 yards or less, Skipstone would probably go for it. But let's see if Noah Strickland can get a big punt return to give Calvary some good field position.
Dan Salvador, coach for the Skipstone Warriors. And the pass snap over his head. Either way, he's going to be tackled down, and Calvary's going to be inside the 20, and there's the break the team in black was looking for.
Huge break for the Calvary special teams.
I was talking about Salvador, who's done a great job with Skipstone, 7-3 this year, 2nd in the region. A bad play and a big pickup for Calvary, and now they are knocking on the doorstep of taking the lead in this game, Richard.
It seems like all the momentum, especially when you got the home crowd behind you, has shifted to Calvary. They have got to capitalize here in Skipstone territory. Just continue feeding the rock to DeAndre Hurd, get Luke Zavak with some quick slant patterns, and move the football like they've been doing.
First down at the 19. Zavak hands it off to Hurd, and Hurd gets about a yard or two to set up 2nd and 8.
It's a good stop by number 55, Javen Barkley. Just a 2-yard gain for DeAndre Hurd.
2nd and 8 now. Hurd in the backfield, 3 receivers set. Jackson Evans all by himself on the right side. And Hurd, good tackling, able to get maybe a yard to set up 3rd down and long. God, if you're Calvary, after that big turnover, I think this is 4-down territory.
Absolutely.
I really do. I mean, yeah, you can kick a field goal, go up down by 2. So you really want to play that game, you can, and then leave it up to your kicker to kick another one to maybe win the game. But I try to score a touchdown if I'm Calvary.
Absolutely. You got to capitalize.
In the pocket, throws it up to Scoggins! And Ethan Miller, if he doesn't get his hands on that, that's a touchdown. Wide open was Scoggins, and that was a great throw by Zavak. Just a little bit more air under it. Miller was lucky to get his hands on it, because if he didn't, that's a Calvary touchdown.
What a great defensive play by Ethan Miller. Just getting his mitts up in the air to tip it away.
And they are going to kick the field goal, and this is going to be.
You got to come up with points here. I mean, I want them to be aggressive to try to go for it on this 4th and 7. But you've been gifted a huge play on a bobbled punt.
So this is going to be.
It's a pretty long field goal.
Yeah, close to 33, 34-yard field goal to make it a 2-point game. Snap, hold, kick is up, kick is on the way, and kick is no good. Goes to the left, and after getting a big break and a turnover, Calvary comes up empty-handed. 1:41 remaining. Here, we'll take a quick break. Georgia-Alabama Sports Live coverage of the GAPPS 2A State Championship game. We'll be back after this. Welcome back here. Running on late is a Calvary defender, which is not a good recipe, and that's a 1st down throw to Avon Brumbelow. That's going to be close to a, they're going to say went out of bounds, 4 yards short, 2nd and 4. Calvary has come up short. In 4 red zone possessions, they got a field goal and a touchdown. The other 2 times they came up empty-handed, either a turnover or a missed field goal. Need another big stop, and he falls down on the ground. Daniel James lost his footing, but he was going to be clocked by Carson Ward anyway if he had stayed on his feet. He's going to set up 3rd down and 7.
This is where Calvary's defense has got to get a big stop, because this is not 4-down territory for Skipstone. I mean, they're right on the 24-yard line. So if Calvary can get a defensive stop, they get the football back. Down by 5.
Miller takes the snap, rolling. He's going to keep it all the way, and he is finally tackled. No, he's still on his feet, and there he goes. Miller still running, making people miss, still on his feet, and finally gets thrown down at the 40-yard line. What a play, and what did we tell you? He had 200 yards rushing last game. He should have been hit immediately and tackled, which would have set up 4th down and makes 5 people miss for Calvary. And Skipstone now moving the football.
That was an unbelievable play by Miller. I thought he was going to be behind the 1st down marker, and Skipstone would have to punt the football way back to Calvary. But Miller making a play, making a couple man miss, staying in bounds. Now they're in Calvary territory.
30 seconds remaining till the 4th quarter. Skipstone driving, handoff, and hit immediately for a gain of 1. Matthew Rumbelow, and that's probably going to be the end of the 4th. Skipstone driving. They're in Calvary territory. We got ourselves a good one. 1 quarter left to play. The Calvary Christian Knights 10, Skipstone Warriors 15. Coverage of the GAPPS 2A State Championship continues right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Thank you again to our sponsors, Southeast Restoration, Avery Tree Care, P&B Broadcasting, Barringer Construction, Terry Johnson Agency, Masswall Incorporated, and Sports Visions. 4th quarter about to be underway here. 2nd and 9, Skipstone driving. Calvary had an opportunity right there to at least cut into the lead or maybe score a touchdown. It doesn't take advantage of the turnover. Brumbelow on his feet, and Brumbelow gets 3 yards. And sets up 3rd down. Another big 3rd down for this Calvary defense. 3rd and 4 for Skipstone.
I tell you, with the field conditions, these running backs have been slipping, and they have not been able to break away, and you just got to contain them here in the box, especially on this 3rd and 3. Calvary's defense has got to come up with a big stop because this is 4-down territory for Skipstone.
Snap, handoff to Ross. Ross breaking tackles, gets 6, 7, enough for the 1st down and moves the chains. If you're Calvary, you can't give up a touchdown here. You got to at least hold them to 3 or try to get a turnover. We have not seen Skipstone try to attempt an extra point.
Yeah, they did go for 2.
They did go for 2, so they did get the extra point at the beginning of the game, and it was good. 1st down. Snap, hand off to Ross. Ross gets tackled, but gains about 2. Second down and 8. Right now, if you're Skipstone, you just want to take down as much clock as possible. You want to try to give them the ball back with less than 7, 8 minutes and scoring a touchdown. You're going to be feeling really good about yourself. If you're Calvary on the flip side, you need a turnover. You had it set up beautifully with the bad snap inside your own Skipstone 20, and you weren't able to take advantage of it. So can the defense get another big play? They've been able to do it all game long to keep them in it. 15-10 here, 10-22, clock running. And Ross gets tackled. Another 3-yard gain. Walls gets a big stop. Walls, number 24, who leads the team in sacks. We have not called his name.
No, not at all.
Richard, in this one. We have not called Mr. Wall's name. And we need to. I think
He's got a
Darren
big
Walls,
sack here.
who's 6'6" and a senior. He has 12 and a half sacks on the season. Good blocking. Skipstone picking his spots. And that's going to be another Warriors first down. Good blocking, though. But when you got a patient runner like Ethan Miller, I think they just want to leave it in the playmaker's hands and let the senior quarterback take over this game. And he has.
I think Skipstone knows that they cannot give the ball back to Calvary. They've got to score a touchdown here because they know that Calvary can move the football, and they've done that in their last 4 possessions.
Snap. Hand off to Brumbelow, and Brumbelow breaks through. Brumbelow gets a first down, and it's going to be 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. Brumbelow wasn't even touched until 10 yards down the field. And you know this Calvary defense, they're exhausted. They've done a great job, but they're just, a lot of these guys are two-way players. They're just getting worn down here. Brookstone up by 6 in the 4th quarter of that one. Central up by 14 at halftime on Mary Montgomery. And there goes Miller, who's hit hard. Still on his feet, but a good tackle.
He got denied.
Good job by Darnell Hamilton and DeAndre Hurd and Luke Scoggins. And it's going to set up 2nd and goal from the 2, maybe the 1.
Well, that's what Calvary's got to do, is just keep him out of the end zone. I mean, that was just a quarterback keeper to the left. And Calvary's defense was able to track it down and kept him out of the end zone.
Can they get a big stop here?
They need a turnover as well.
Bad snap, maybe. We've seen that from both teams this game. Hand off to Brumbelow, who's knocked hard.
What a play.
DeAndre Hurd flew in there and got a big tackle for loss. Back him up 2 yards. 3rd down and goal now for the Knights. And if you got a formidable kicker, if you're Skipstone,
I'd kick a field goal.
I know
if they
going
don't
up by 12 is different. That's 2-possession game. A field goal only makes it an 8-point game, so Calvary can still score and go for 2 and tie this game. But I wouldn't want to take the risk of something bad happening, not getting any points on this drive. Can Calvary get the stop? Rolling out, Miller, man open, caught.
What a catch.
Touchdown. What a pass. Caleb Lamb, good play call. And Miller, who was pummeled on that play, was able to deliver the throw. And a touchdown drive for Skipstone puts him up by 11 now.
Miller was rolling to his right. It was an all-out blitz on Calvary, and Miller was patient, and he threw it to the back of the end zone where his receiver caught it, and now it's a 2-score game with 7:22 left to go.
Good play call from that coaching staff from Skipstone. Even better throw and a way to take the hit and still deliver that. And he's been taking a beating all game. Shows you the playmaking and the championship part from number 15 on Skipstone. Calvary's still in this game. Extra point is no good. So it is an 11-point game. Remember that. So even if Calvary doesn't get any extra points, if they score 2 touchdowns, that is 12. They will win the game. But they need to score first. Then they got to get a stop. They got all 3 of their timeouts. Plenty of time for the Knights, who can score quickly.
Absolutely.
So don't hang your head down, but that was a huge drive from Skipstone. They take the ball in about 7 minutes and score a big touchdown.
Trying to get a score update on that Jefferson-Harris County game. It was 14-12 at the half. Big shout out to Rick Beach from Kutsu Sports. No, he's there at the county covering that game. Oh, he just gave us a score update. Jefferson is leading 21-12 in the start of the 4th quarter.
All right. Here we go. Calvary. He's got 7 minutes and 22 seconds to score 12 points to win this game. Or they can get a touchdown, go for 2, make it 21-18, and then they're field goal away, and they can score or tie the game with a field goal. They got many options. It is a 2-possession game. They're going to have to score twice either way. Hamilton's going to return it, the 99. And there goes Darnell Hamilton. Hamilton still on his feet and brings it out to the 47-yard line. And then attack on 15 more with a horse collar. And Skipstone shoots himself in the foot. And I don't think anybody thought something positive was going to happen when 99's returning it, but he did that and more.
Well, and Carson Ward, he had no choice but to take him down with a horse collar tackle, tacking 15 more yards in that play. But a great job by Darnell Hamilton.
So tack on 15 more.
Well, Caden Polk actually.
Horse collar, and they've called that. They probably could have been calling it all game, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
Skipstone has had a tough time tackling without putting their hands inside the jerseys of Calvary.
Got to get a quick score here.
So now they're going to start from the Skipstone 35. Beautiful field position to start when you need 2 scores. Plenty of time left.
I would still try to run the ball DeAndre Hurd here. He can get some big gains.
Snap. Zavak looking, going to throw it deep. And it's caught by Scoggins. What a catch! Ethan Miller looked like he was there and goes right through his hands. Scoggins keeping his head on a swivel, able to get around and catch it. What a play by number 1.
And Thomas Garner, the defender, is beside himself. He thought he had the pick. It was tipped, little tip drill. What a catch.
First and goal. Hand off to Deuces, and he doesn't get anything. And gets slammed to the ground. Daniel Jones and Caleb Lamb were in there on the tackle. And it's going to be second down and goal from the 10. Obviously, I mean, you can't kick a field goal, and you can make it an 8-point game. But I think the Calvary Christian staff, we want to score a touchdown.
Absolutely.
Low snap, Hurd, still on his feet, pushing his way before he gets tackled. And they're going to spot the ball at the 5. Third down and 5. Let's see what Coach Brunson and his staff going to dial up for us now. This drive has taken less than a minute. They have been zooming down the field. 21-10. Can they put it in the end zone here? Look for 1. Who's in motion? Stop. Hand off to Hurd. Hurd go to the corner. Touchdown, Calvary. DeAndre Hurd race to the corner. He's got it. And Calvary is down by 5. Goes after the penalty 35 yards in 1 minute 20 seconds. And that's how you answer right back. Great job responding after giving up all those plays and that long drive by Skipstone. They are going to go for 2 to make this a 3-point game.
They have all their timeouts. All they need to do is stop Skipstone. 5:51 left to go.
Zabak, Hurd, gets in, and we got ourselves a 3-point game. 5:51 remaining here. We got a good one. It's the GAPPS 2A State Championship. Calvary and Skipstone going down to the wire. We'll be right back here on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back here. 5:51. Calvary goes down the field, scores, and it's 21-18. Shout out to our producers, Chris Gates and Toygar Isla. Again, you hear me and Richard talking, but there would be no broadcast without Toygar Isla and Christopher Gates.
Absolutely not. They've been doing a phenomenal job all season long. Just a big shout out.
And it's been a fun football season, and I think it needs to be topped off with a Calvary win. How about that?
Absolutely. This game is going to go down to the wire. I'm excited. Calvary coming right back.
And it's going to be returnable for Skipstone. And he's still on his feet. Bad tackling.
He's got good blocks.
Still on his feet. Finally brought down Scooter Barclay. So Skipstone's going to set up shop. And Calvary with all three of their timeouts. It got 5:41. Can they get a big stop?
Brings it out to the Skipstone 43-yard line where they'll start first down and 10. 5:41.
What a game here. Everything we thought it would live up to. These two teams that are rivals, played in the same region. Came down, last time they played, went down to the wire. Calvary won that one. This one's coming down to the wire as well. Can Calvary's defense get one more stop? Miller, who's had a great game himself, is going to be tackled for nothing. Maybe even lost a yard.
I think he lost a yard.
There he is, Darren Walls, who has 12.5 sacks on the season. There's another tackle for loss. Set up second down and 10 now for Skipstone.
Darren Walls, that defensive end, 6'6", 207, going in there.
Coach Gordon said he can't wait to get him on the court.
Oh, we're going to get to see him on the court playing some basketball.
And we'll be doing that Glenwood Calvary basketball game on Tuesday. Cannot wait for that, girls and boys.
Saw some of the members of the basketball team here cheering on the Calvary Knights here in the football championship. Can't wait for that one Tuesday.
Miller, quick pass, and it is not even close. He was hoping that his intended target, Lamb, would have took off and run because he would have hit him in stride, and Lamb could still be running. But Lamb was sitting there waiting, actually backpedaling, and that caused a bad pass, 3rd and long.
And this place is going to get loud. It's 3rd and 9. This is where home field advantage could have a huge advantage for the defense, as Skipstone has got to convert this. And you know, time was not taken off the clock with that incomplete pass as well.
4:56, 3rd down and 9 for Calvary. Can they get a stop? And they're going to direct snap to Miller. Miller still on his feet. Miller still on his feet.
He's
Miller
a playmaker.
Finally gets thrown out of bounds.
That's what he does. He's done that all season long. He just makes what looks like a loss on the play a 7-yard gain. It puts Skipstone in 4-down territory as well.
I don't know. I think you punt this.
Yeah.
It's 4th and 4, 4th and 5. If I'm Skipstone, this could be the game. Still 3 timeouts for Calvary. It is not going to be even close to the game if you're Skipstone. Because even if they get it, Calvary still got 3 timeouts, 4:45 remaining. But they're going to go for it.
Wow.
They do not want to give the ball back to Calvary. So if Calvary gets this, are they going to try to draw them all sides and burn a timeout? We've seen this before. And he is going to get a timeout right before the play call.
I think they punt the football away.
And we're going to take 1-2. Decision-making time. 4:45 remaining here. Calvary down by 3. It's 4th down at the Skipstone 49. Skipstone driving up by 3 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Me and Rich were just talking off air. It's a hard decision. I think you punt it, let them go the length of the field. Say, if you're going to beat us, you got to go 60, 70, 80 yards. But on the flip side, 15, Ethan Miller, he's had a sensational game. He's a senior. Put the ball in his hands. He's probably going to want the ball. He thinks he can win it. And it looks like they are going to give it to him.
Biggest play of the game right here.
Biggest play, 4:45, 4th down and 4. Can Calvary get the stop? Snap, and it is going to be a pooch kick. That is a beautiful call right there. I think that is a smart thing, and now you have pinned Calvary at the 5-yard line. I think that's a great call.
It was a great call, and it really caught Calvary off guard because nobody was back waiting for that punt.
I just don't think the risk is worth the reward, because even if you did get the first down, there's still plenty of time, and they got all their timeouts. The game's far from over with. Why take that risk? If it was like get a first down and win, then yeah, I probably would go for it. Let 15 take advantage. But with 4:35, all their timeouts, I just don't think Skipstone should have went for it, and they did not, and they kicked it, and they worked out because now they pinned them, and now Calvary's got to go. I would say at least get to the 10 for Zavac to kick a field goal to tie it. Either way, they got to go 80-plus yards to get in scoring position.
But Calvary does have all their timeouts.
They do. Hand off to Hurd. Hurd, big hole, gets up and for 6 yards. Also, you still got plenty of time, so you can run the football. You don't have to rush because you don't want to score and leave time for Skipstone to take advantage or take the lead. So a game of cat and mouse here. Zavac. Snap. Hand off to Hurd again. Deuces. Gets nothing. He probably lost a yard to set up third down.
Great tackle by Brett Carver. He sniffed out that play perfectly. And it's going to set up for a 3rd and 5. I think from this point on, it is 4-down territory, although they still have all their timeouts.
Carver leading Monroe 18-14 last time we saw. So they started scoring more touchdowns.
They got another game that's going down to the wire, down to Otis Spencer.
3rd down. Zavac looking over the middle. Caught. Hurd.
Wide open.
First down.
What a catch.
I mean, it was open for the touchdown, and it's going to be open all game long. I don't think there's a linebacker on Skipstone's team that can guard Deuces. And DeAndre Hurd showing his playmaking ability. Not only can he run the rock, he can run routes as well. First down now at the 25 of of Calvary. Low snap, handoff, Hurd. Hurd falls down for a gain of a yard. Set up 2nd down and 9.
Good tackle by Rashad Flemings. They know the ball's going to DeAndre Hurd, so that's why Skipstone is going to put 7 in the box and try to stop him. But the passing ability of Luke Zavac has really opened up this game.
It's changed the game.
Absolutely.
So now, nobody in the backfield with Zavac. 5 receiver set. Takes the snap. It's gonna.
He could take off.
Look, throws it, open, caught, first down on his feet, and there he is, the safety valve of all safety valves, number 1, Luke Scoggins.
He has been reliable receiver, slot receiver, getting a huge catch and moving the chains for a Calvary with 2:33 left to go on the 39-yard line.
As good as a route runner and great job by Scoggins was to get open, that was all by Luke Zavac, who has had a great, sensational game.
Absolutely.
And Skipstone,
you see the coaching, he's rushing over to the ref just trying to get the timeout.
He was about to fall. He was running so fast.
He did not like what he saw on the defense.
We're going to take a quick timeout to our final one. In this one, 2:33, 21-18. We'll be right back after this as Georgia Alabama Sports Live coverage of the GAPPS 2A State Championship. Welcome back here, first down, and they're moving the chains. It's Calvary. Another 5 receiver set, nobody in the backfield. Hurd is in the slot. Snap. Zavac running for his life. And good job just getting it away instead of taking the tackle for loss. He was running for his life. On the pressure was number 40, Brett Carver.
Yeah, he was flushed out of the pocket, rolled to his right, and that really was a play where he was just throwing it away. I mean, it was really a hard play for the receiver to get it That's just one of those. You don't want to get called for intentional grounding, so you want to throw it close to the receiver.
Second down. Zavak, again under pressure, throws it up. The sky gets it's caught by Bryson Brooks. Bryson Brooks is still on his feet. He's running down the sideline, and he's only tackled out of bounds at the 10. Unbelievable what we're seeing here. The miracle on Calvary Christian Field happening tonight. Scoggins went up for it, went off his fingertips, and it landed right in the breadbasket of Bryson Brooks. And we got ourselves a first down at the 11-yard line. Unbelievable, Richard.
I'm speechless. That was a tip drill. He was at the right place at the right time. Great awareness.
Hurd's got it. Hurd breaks a tackle on his feet, thrown out of bounds. Clock still running. Inside 2 minutes, and he's down at the 2.
Now that two-point conversion,
a touchdown.
That two-point conversion was huge because now if they score a touchdown, kick the extra point, Flint River has to go for a touchdown.
Skipstone.
Skipstone. Wow. Okay, I butchered that one.
Sorry, you're so effed up.
Oh,
sorry,
my
Richard.
goodness.
What a play right there.
Really
Unbelievable.
was.
This is going to be remembered as the miracle at Calvary. What a play. 1:23. No reason to rush. Let the clock run because you don't want to give Skipstone enough time to score.
I apologize to Joe Howard. I'm just so amped up right now. But Flint River is playing in the championship.
And this is a smart timeout by Coach Brunson. 1:14 remaining, coming down to the wire. They are at second down. They still have enough room to get a first down. They can get a first down at about the I would say maybe the 1.
I say, like, you don't have to put in the end zone right away. You could just continue running the football and eating up as much clock as possible. Make Skipstone burn their timeouts because they're going to have to get a touchdown to score this game if Calvary ends up scoring a touchdown here, kicking the extra point.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Minute 14 left to go.
Here we go. Can Calvary put it in? Brooks and Hurd in the backfield and a big-time tackle. That was nice job by number 24, Caleb Lamb, and that's going to set up third down. And now Skipstone is going to take their final timeout of the game with a minute left. 3rd and 4. Great tackling by Lamb. Wow.
Unbelievable. Calvary is in
now,
good position, though.
Let's do the hypothetical game. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. So the scenario is right now, if Calvary doesn't get the first down and they get close enough, let's say it's 4th and 1, do you go for it to try to win this game, or do you try to tie it with a field goal?
My question is, have they used any of their timeouts?
Calvary does have 2 timeouts left. Skipstone's got 0.
I would go for it because if Skipstone gets the ball back, you can burn 2 timeouts. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you have a reliable kicker. You can tie it to send it to overtime.
They want to win this game.
But they want to win it. This is a championship game. You gotta just go for it all.
3rd down. Savak, you can hear a pin drop right now. Hand off to Hurd. Hurd, first down.
It's close.
Either way, I think it's a first down. They're going to have to definitely spot this. Try, for one, I don't know what he's looking at. Got to be careful. Got to be careful when you're spotting this. You got to make sure you are on point. They're going to bring the chains out.
Absolutely. I'm going to stop the clock with 46 seconds
Either
left
way,
to go.
it's going to be 4th and inches.
And 4th and inches, I say you go for the quarterback sneak. Anything can happen
You want
on
to
a
keep
field
it out of
goal.
the hands of Tutu, though, who's done a great job this whole game keeping you in it?
I would give it to DeAndre Hurd. Double deuce, as we like to call him here.
They're going to bring the chains out. Let's see. Because if it is first down, that gives Calvary 3 plays at least to put in the end zone.
And it even eats up the clock even more.
I mean, it is very close.
Well, you can hear the
And they're short.
you can hear the Griffin.
And they're going to
Skipstone.
say that is maybe a half a yard short. You saw the referees put his hands up.
I still would go for it here.
Yeah. Big play.
But yeah, you heard the Skipstone Academy fans just erupting because they have a better angle than we do. They saw that immediately. They knew that it was short. Game's on the line. You got to put the hands in your best player, who has been reliable in this game.
They're going to bring the big man Hamilton in. The beef package. They feel like this is it. 4th and about a half a yard.
Yeah, we got a flag.
We do got a flag. There is a flag.
You can hear a pin drop.
And they're going to say they didn't get it. The way Skipstone's reacting. They were trying to do the quarterback. And it's going to be they're going to call a sideline warning on Calvary. So he did not get the first down. And Skipstone, what a play. It was tough. Going for a quarterback sneak, trying to get a push. You did not been able to get that push up front. I would have done a QB draw, maybe even a tall sweep. Everyone thought you were going to do QB.
All in all, I still think that was the right call. It was 4th and inches. You got to go for it. Right now, two timeouts left. You got to try to get a loss for a yard, get it in the end zone for a safety. If you look and see where the ball is, you got to get a push, try to get a safety to get the ball back.
So there's no room for him to do a QB kneel. So he's going to have to do a QB keep. And timeout, Calvary. So have one more. But either way, they're not going to be able to stop the clock.
No, there's not enough time.
Pretty debilitating. And I feel like you got to go for it right there. You try to win this game. And the QB keep just didn't get enough push up front. And Skipstone looks like, and you see how big their guys are. You can hear a pin drop in here.
We do have score update, Thrift, as we have a final. Brookstone defeats Bullock Academy 24-22.
So Brookstone will be the 3rd team in this area that will play for a state championship. Calvary, Glenwood last week was the 1st on Thursday. Calvary is the 2nd. Brookstone will be the 3rd. And Central, Carver did win, so they move on to this. Survive in advance. It moves on to the semifinal. We'll get an update on Harris County. And if Central wins, when they were winning last time we saw, they're up 14-0. Last time we heard, their one went away from playing in the state.
Well, Jefferson's leading Harris County 35-12. 3 minutes to go.
Jefferson was just too much. But a great season from Harris County.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Harris County. Yeah, they need to put time back on the clock.
Yeah, they'll do that, and that's what he was doing. He was trying to fix it.
It's not over. It's a third down. They've used all their timeouts. But
no more timeouts.
Could be a bobbled snap. That's what they're hoping here is to get a loss on the yards, a safety. Because they will get it back on a free kick if they can get a safety here. The ball is spotted right at about the 2-yard line.
Thank you, everybody that was joining us. Make sure to like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube. We will be, basketball season starts. We've already did the George Williams Thanksgiving class. We've been doing CVCC men's and women's games. Next week, we'll be doing Calvary and Glenwood. We'll be right here at Calvary basketball game. We got CVCC men's and women's on Thursday. We even got a Pacelli girls game. Richard, you'll be on the call for that one. So. Not much room to operate, but I think he can kneel it. Either way, he just needs to push it, doesn't lose the football, and the game's over with. And that's it. Skipstone comes into Calvary and wins this one in what was a fantastic game, Richard.
Absolutely.
21-18. And an incredible season in Coach Brunson's first year at the helm as he takes his Calvary Knights all the way to the brink of a state championship and came up 1 yard short. Gets stopped at the 1 yard line. Great season, though, for Calvary. And the Knights are going to lose this one 21-18.
It truly was a great season for Coach Emmanuel Brunson and the Calvary Knights. And they played an outstanding game when Skipstone could have ran away. When they went up 21-10, Calvary came all the way back. They scored that touchdown, and they were 3 yards away from the end zone to taking the lead in this game. And I think it was just an incredible season for the Calvary Knights. Region champs, Coach Brunson's first year. The future is bright for the Calvary Christian Knights.
No doubt about it. And we want to thank all our sponsors like Avery Tree Care and Matt Avery and Dewey McCabe. Also want to thank Terry Johnson Agency, Masterwall Incorporated, Behringer Construction, Sports Visions, P&B Broadcasting. We appreciate all the love we've gotten all year. It has been an incredible season. From our first game, August the 18th, which was Pacelli Glenwood, to our last football game of this season, which is Skipstone and Calvary. It was an incredible ride, and now basketball season's already here.
Can't wait.
And you'll still see more live coverage of basketball season throughout the months of December, January, and February. Baseball starts right after, so we're trucking along here. But Calvary comes up just short. Great season, though, by Calvary. Great season. And a great job by Coach Brunson.
Absolutely.
Great job by Luke Zavac. Great job by the seniors. I think they went out on a bang to come up this short and to lose by 3. There is nothing to hang their head down about.
Not at all.
Great season. They will finish the season now 7-5 and state runner-ups and GAPPS 3A. Again, thank you to Steve Smith. Thank you to Jim Cone, the headmaster here at Calvary, the AD Steve Smith. Thank you to Emmanuel Brunson, and thank you everyone here at Calvary for allowing us to be a part of this ride. Again, we will be live. We have our show that we do. We'll have one on Sunday. We'll have Tuesday is Glenwood Calvary basketball. Thursday, CVCC. So still a busy week next week. Make sure to like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. From Richard Holdridge, Thrift Behringer, Toygar Isla, and Christopher Gates, thank y'all so much. Be safe. As Brookstone goes to the state championship, make sure to cheer for them. They'll play in 2 weeks. Also, Harris County is losing right now. Their season going to come to an end, but a great season by them. They'll finish 11-2. Central probably heading to the state championship. Carver heading to the semifinal. So keep cheering for the teams that are alive. Thank you again to everyone. Great job by Calvary. And we hope you stay safe, stay classy. It's Thrift Behringer, Richard Holdridge signing off on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.